kind of hear some of the things that have already been said. One of the big things, obviously, you've heard several times, is community design. We also looked at, a lot of the physical things like curb cuts, mandated pedestrian access, and then also just doing community awareness about accessibility. Also with the community design, housing, and then all different types of housing, accessible, affordable housing, community housing, all that kind of stuff, apartments, the whole bit, and designing that into, so it's a more transit-oriented kind of planning design with the community in mind, getting them to and from services and to and from stores and all that kind of stuff in a safe and a protected environment. Then we also talked about partnerships and transportation solutions. And that all intertwines with funding as well as community design. Actually, all of the things intertwined with funding. Expectations of public transportation was another kind of thing that we talked about. About positive relationships about riding. Funding again, eliminating the negative stigma about public transportation. There's a real bad vibe whenever there's a lot of riders that are dependent on the public transportation and not using it as an alternative, and so a lot of times it comes across as this is something they have to do and stuff like that, and that they don't want to, and it just comes across as a very negative thing rather than it being a positive thing that you have this available, that you can access the community, you can access services. And so trying to eliminate some of those kind of things about that. And doing that some of it with the surveys and getting with the needs of those that are not using the public, not using, excuse me, I can't read my own writing here, sorry. Survey those not using the public transportation for their needs. And then, of course, technology. Obviously, with funding in mind, there's a lot of technology that's out there. If it was available, if it was affordable, there's a lot of things that we can do. GPSs, things like that, and trying to make things, more accessible, easier access, readily available, and things like that.